Good evening, Kindred. Thank you for joining us in the season finale of our Vampire the Masquerade story called Oxford by Night. My name is Lesha, I am Gamer Master Virtuoso, and our coterie is today with us. Inside the meeting room of Chantra, there is our new fresh prince, Lady Katherine Harrow, played by Valeria.
Hello.
Connected to the link on the seat very next to Katherine, there is a crazy-eyed George, played by Vasilis.
Nice to see you again.
On the other side of the table, opposite to him, there is a local celebrity, legend Rose, portrayed by Rachel.
Pleasure as always.
As far away as possible, yet still in control, there is the owner of the place, the regent, Theodora Reich, played by Jan. Next to her, pretty much leaning on her, there is a Malkavian, goes by the name Drama, portrayed by Kuma.
Hello.
Next to him is his dear friend, Toriado, well known to the society around. It's Samuel, portrayed by Yanis.
Greetings.
And on the seat opposite to all of them, closest to the doors, there is a ugly but motherfucker named Giuseppe, the Masquerade, who is portrayed by Marco.
How you doing?
At the other end, opposite to Theo, there is Prince, ex-Prince, Alexander Crane, who sat down comfortably, full of confidence. Now, we have to, I would say, negotiate, state some facts, and I'm seeking a few answers from you, my dear son-sentenced and friend. Do you think you can do that for me? I would like to ask one question. One. Katherine, my dear, why unrested did not met the final night?
Because I thought his motivations was valid. I thought he was willing to protect the domain. It's the only reason why I spared them.
Your weakness towards him costs us greatly. And on a personal level, I am disappointed in you. From all of kindred in that room, I would suggest that you would avenge me. Mr. or Dr. Marco Polo? Apologies if I mispronounced that. Are you in contact with Joseph?
That I am. That I am.
Did he told you about my existence? Any recognition?
At some point that he saw me standing next to you. Not exactly physically, his interpretation was quite different, but still, we were standing side by side.
Good. I like that. Madam Hathaway, is your name cleared from the murder that you committed?
Murder?
Last time I checked, you've been sick by the police.
I believe I contacted lawyers and they said that they were going to smooth that all over, and I believe I've been in contact with someone and said that there was a mix-up, so I do believe the police are on the trail.
So officially, your name is cleared.
As far as I am aware, yes.
Theo, my poor child. How are you holding? And most importantly, have you found a red mist book?
Question, is that the name of the book that I found in Cassandra's office? Or
No. You have no idea, no recollection about the book goes by that name.
I'm afraid that I do not know that name, my prince.
Do not call me prince anymore, my dear. I am Berlin, a friend to your family. That's complicate things, and I would prefer if you would find that book. At least prioritize it. Drama.
So I will do.
Did you receive any messages? Any contact? From Puppy?
Puppy? No, I don't believe so, at least.
Is he in our town?
I take out my phone to take a look if I've got anything on there. Just to double check. Nothing.
No.
From my knowledge, well, Puppy doesn't get in contact with me that often. But, well, if the Legion's going to be causing more issues around here, that might get his attention eventually.
Right. Giuseppe? Is that the name he goes by?
Course.
What is your plan regarding the Undercity if you were to take the command? How much it's gonna cost me, your alliance, allegement to the Camarilla?
We unite in the Nosferatu, as we're supposed to be.
Of course. Still. What's the price for the Undercity to be in alliance with Camarilla? And you to be a member of our country?
want Kevin alive.
That can be organized. Anything else?
No.
I understand you are a man of your word. I will give you a chance of trust. Last but not least, Samuel. The question I've got for you is a little bit, let's say, weird. He took out his ring with a ruby and tossed it across the table towards you.
Excuse me, could you repeat that?
He took down a golden ring with a ruby on it and tossed it across to you.
I take the ring and look at it, as in trying to figure out what it is. Does it have any special meaning, or have I seen it before?
It is old. It's definitely expensive. But you do not recognize it in any other way that you saw portraits of Alexander Crane with this ring on it quite often. I would like you to drop some of your blood on it. Please.
May I ask why?
Consider that a test.
Well,
It will reveal, does your blood have the same surge that your sires had?
very well. I bite my finger lightly and drop a few drops of my blood in the ring. And the rubies, specifically.
In a few seconds after you'd done that, you saw that the ring itself starts to shine, you would say. That's great. Alexander's mom. So I know everything I needed to know. If you got any questions, I am at your service. He raised his hand and reaching for the ring that he put on his finger again. He
Well,
took out
I do
his
have...
phone and start sending a text. Sorry, Drama, go on.
Well... How should I refer to you, Crane, in particular?
I didn't catch that.
I was asking how I should refer to you. His Royal Highness,
No.
the Almighty,
Alexander will do.
Alexander. Perfect. My question, if it may be alright for me to ask, of course, is how can the Anarchs and the Camarilla work together to have a fruitful relationship?
I understand your concern, Drama. You've been raised by those terrorists. There's no such thing as an Anarchs. Not in Great Britain. And Malcolm Tate was not an Anarch. He was a servant of Vedanta. He was a soldier of Mitra. And believe me, when I say Mitra, I do not mean Zoltan Khan. as Zoltan Khan is one of the most peaceful monks I ever met. Mitra all over the place, other than Oxford, are the sect. Sect that needs power and influence, and hate us, outsiders. Zoltan and me, and myself, we came to agreement, which I allow every single one of them to believe what they want to believe, and I supply them with Vitara, so they don't have to count. While they hold the rest of the Mitra away from Oxford. As much as I consider an Anarch's movement to be waste of time, I do understand that the times are difficult for all kindreds. And after we're gonna dissolve the problem of the sect of the moths, hence the issues with the hunters, I suggest you have this conversation with Katherine.
Of course. Thank you for the answer.
Yes.
Like to access the link and Joseph, if he was aware that Crane is still alive, and if this is the true person.
Sure. It's gonna be a test of your resolve and your awareness, right?
Yes, resolve and awareness. 6 total.
And your current hunger, please?
1.
5 successes. You are in a pre-conversation with Joseph, which is unhearable to anyone else than the drummer, who can hear the conversation. Also, I can tell you that your right eye starts to burn a little, which causes you a little bit of pain. So for everyone else, description you saw George holding his eye patch. Speak, boy.
He said speak.
Speak, boy.
Joseph, are you aware that Crane was alive after his final death?
I know that he was possessed by the Moth Queen. Wasn't he? Just like Darling. He was in Jezebel prison. He attacked, at least tried to attack the region.
So he's the real deal.
I think he's still in her grasp.
The ghost.
The ghost. The crane. Wow. The crane I knew would never give away the title, the influence.
So you assume it's not exactly him?
I assume he's either a different person or he's getting sentimental.
I give a quick look to Katherine.
Katherine, you could recognize that. You interrupted the link by the not focusing on it anymore.
Okay.
Funny enough, Alexander said, while he's sitting there. The some sentence that I allowed the investigation are saying that plenty of moths are still in a crazy Joe mansion. I would like you all to investigate the building. I believe that this is the place that Mistress is holding as a force. I myself will now deal with unarrested case.
Mr. Crane, speaking on the unarrested case, the man that entered with you, Roberto, was it?
What's with him?
Last time I saw him, he was a kind to be turned by the unarrested.
Was he?
Yes. Would you care to explain the situation?
That's not good. That's mean unarrested know where we are. Well, my bad. Apparently, as led by example of Katherine, I trust too easily. But do not worry. I am more than capable to clean up myself.
Forgive me.
You
Mr.
will need much more than that, Katherine. Way much more than that. I understand you got a lot to do, so do I.
Mr. Crane,
Yes, Mr. Wilmot.
apologize for interrupting you, but I have a request and a personal question that I would like to ask you. If you would be so kind to indulge.
Personal question.
Yes.
I'm dying out of curiosity.
Well, my request is there is some specific equipment that I need to utilize the resources available to me that, due to the attack of the unarrested, has been either destroyed or lost.
Which is?
It's my laptop. It contained useful contacts, It could give me access to me and me only to some resources I cannot currently tap into.
I will contact Luan and ask her to transport the insides of your laptop into a new one and provide it to you.
Thank you. As for the personal question, I would like, if possible, to tell me about my sire, his final moment.
You got a question about Phineas? He sat
Yes.
down again.
That
Ask
Many
away.
actually. Many actually, but time is short. And that's a matter that will be discussed in more peaceful times. If you would provide me the chance, of course.
I can get you all information that you want with one simple sentence. Your sire, Phineas, a great man, a good soldier, a tragic history of a person who sacrificed himself to save another kindred. But he's alive, if you can call it that way.
What?
Cassandra was dealing with that, not me myself. I just give them an idea. And I would like you to know that Phineas was a big part of that conspiracy. You see, we had to drag Fate back on the step of humanity. And all of the goodness and good-hearted bullshit, as they call it, in your sire was enough to turn Fate back. So what we've done, we closed your sire with Fate in one room. And now soul of your father is in Fate. Softly speaking. So that was his willing full sacrifice to save Fate from his beast and drag him to the Camarilla.
His last act was one of kindness, one might say. Excuse me. Thank you for...
Just because some other kindreds did not consider that this way doesn't change the fact. Yes, George.
I have a couple of questions which I believe you're the best to answer those. In regards
We're
of...
gonna manage in 5 minutes. Continue.
Yeah, I got a quick one. What was the name of that person that you mentioned 5 minutes ago?
Yes, Luan. Luan Dorset. Yes, George.
Yes. Regarding Rose, as we have been told, she has been embraced by Oliver,
Correct.
who is your child in turn, so you are
Correct.
aware of this. But I have this question, since it has been done legally and everything is alright, why was she sentenced in the first place?
For breaching the Masquerade. With 5 murders on innocent people. Yes, including one in your office.
I look at her. You did this?
Is there anything else, my dear? He looked at Katherine.
Can we have one moment in private, please?
Escort me out then.
I stand up and I go out in the corridor.
Alexander and Katherine left the room. If you allow me, I will start from them. Alexander is with his mobile phone in his hand and he's sending a text from the same phone, from Malcolm Tate's phone, as drummer recognized earlier. Speak to me.
Did you kill him? Really?
Did I kill who?
Malcolm.
Why would I kill Malcolm?
I don't understand. You have your phone. I assume that you...
And I also got Virtual Adept, who just multiplied the account.
see. Beyond that, I know I made many mistakes and
He stopped. Katherine, you still owe me 32 years of your first punishment.
I know.
I hope that this time history will not repeat itself. And the best way to start the apologies is with the ash of the Moth Queen. So, gather up your sadness, your anger, and use it like I taught you, against the enemies of our family.
Well,
he looked at the doors where you left the coterie. Use them. Teach them. And remind them that other than bloodlines, we are family. No matter who's from where, and of whose blood, it's either them or us. He held you by the arms. He lifted your chin. You've been waiting 3 centuries to sit on a throne. And I believe you are more than capable. I will be here to guide you. But it's time for you to be mean. His eyes start to glow. It's time for you. He reached to your ear to show them who's the boss. And he left the chat room.
well,
Yes, Rose.
Could any of that be heard by any of us in the room?
Everyone who got high senses here, there, wet. Now, Alexander and Katherine left the room. What is happening in the meeting room of Chandra?
G. I gather some news for you.
Is it
I gotta talk. Not exactly. Well, looks like our young lady is kept somewhere and she is under distress.
who are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. And Rose, excuse me, but what the fuck?
Last thing I remember of the redhead is seeing her at my restaurant.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's all I know. I couldn't,
Damn
I
it.
suppose it means some things make a lot more sense now, but that's still all I've got. But
I understand.
did anyone else hear that?
yeah, what?
Not trying to eavesdrop, but certain phrases just kind of catch my ears. Who's the boss? These phrases are circling us now.
Like someone's toying with you and playing cat and mouse.
And I don't know this guy. Last we saw, he got his head cut off.
Yes, Josh.
the storyteller, are we like alone? We are all the people in the room, no one else?
No one else.
Looks like the guy is not entirely the same guy.
Insane
Junior.
are you, Giorgos? What's going on with you?
Junior, could you take a look around if there's anything?
I'm fine. I
on?
am connected to the internet now, per se. That's a different situation.
Drummer, could you please repeat?
Junior, could you take a look around the room if there's anyone listening, with unconventional means, which kindred use, at least?
I activate Sense the Unseen.
Sure, go ahead.
You inspected the room. Nothing out of ordinary.
We can discuss in private.
Katherine, are you coming back to the room?
Mm-hmm.
Rose, you can hear steps approaching the stairs. The heels indicate that it's Katherine alone. And in a moment, she opened the doors. I suppose the room become quiet. Yes, Katherine.
Do I feel something different inside of myself?
No.
Do I remember everything
Yes.
of the conversation?
Mm-hmm. Yes, Samuel.
But when Katherine enters the room and I see her unaccompanied by Crane.
She walked in alone, yes. 1 second, Giuseppe.
Katherine is getting every ounce of death glare from me.
Sure. 1 sec. The awkward silence plays when you open the door. There was definitely a heated conversation that died when you walked in.
Close the door behind.
I assume you're closing the doors behind you.
So, yes, Giuseppe?
How in the flying fuck is that mook know my niece?
We will try a way to protect her, don't worry. We have a problem. Well, one other problem on the list, okay? We were talking, yes?
Bro, keep calm. I have not seen any person related to this. I have not seen Alexander, but it looks like he is keeping her away from harm for now.
Well, you do know what that means. Any electronics we use, well, they're not gonna be safe to send anything.
That fucks me up.
Yes, it does, Junior. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
May I
Sammy.
finish?
Yes?
Sammy, give me a phone. I need to borrow it fast.
Excuse me?
Give me your phone.
I slide it across the table.
George, drummer, the doors are scary.
The
doors are scary. I look out the door.
what?
Yes, Samuel.
I use is there any noticeable reactions from them?
Yes,
Right.
they both look at each other and they start to staring at the doors, probably moving aside from them.
I use heightened senses to see if there's anything unusual or if someone's trying to eavesdrop.
No, nothing.
Do you see that too?
Yeah, it's what is that?
Theo, what are you doing? Other than scratching your forearm.
I'm trying to recall anything about the book that he mentioned. Anything about like any books that like Cassandra was treasuring in particular.
I would like you to give me the details of your intelligence plus occult.
Plus what?
Occult.
8.
And your hunger?
1.
3 successes. Red mist. Red mist. Red mist. Not a lot's ringing the bell, other than the word Chakravanti. Old stuff. Egyptian.
Chakravanti. I'm gonna think on that for a sec. I'm not doing anything.
Other than scratching your forearm. Katherine, what are you doing?
I was going to finish what I was going to say.
What are you saying?
While we were speaking, at the end, his eyes light up with glowing, and they say to me, "Who is the boss now?" So, clearly, or he is not the person I was used to know, or he is still in the grasp of the Moth Queen. Anyway, if I will become dangerous for you, or acting particularly weird, George, please take me, and be sure that I don't harm anyone. Okay?
That I can make sure, my prince. I have some offers to make to all of you right now, and one request for you, my prince. If he is under the influence of the Moth Queen, still, that means he is leading us into a trap. Now, if the Moth Queen is the person that we think it is, like Mistress. I'm not aware if you know, but Mistress used to be my sire. That's a complicated story right there, and unfortunately I do not have the memories of this. They have been erased from me. And from what I know, there are only 2 ways to remember who I am and what I have done. One is to use our dear captain here to regain the memories, but the last resort will be to end here after ending here, which I know is a great no-no for our traditions, and I would very kindly ask you if I have your permission to do this for the sake of my identity and my memories. And for that, I will be eternally thankful.
I will prefer to try another way, if possible, but if that will be the only way to recover your memory and to figure out better who our enemies are, I will give you my permission. But first one, we will need to try another way.
This will be my last resort, my prince.
If I may.
About the offer, I can talk with Joseph. He's here with me.
Yes, Giuseppe.
And we all have questions. Ask. I will ask him. He will tell us what he knows.
I'm just gonna say a message, or I'm just gonna send a message and say, "Kid, you okay? Everything all right?"
No. That was the answer.
Questions for answers. Good questions, good answers. What's it gonna be? Ask me anything.
Does it ring a bell for Joseph. The thing he said about the book, the Red Mist book or whatever.
On it. I link.
Five successes.
It hurts. Sorry,
You
give me a minute.
asked about the red mist.
Yes.
Cassandra voodoo bullshit. Tremere shit. Nothing they would share. Wondering how Crane know about its existence.
What about Unrested? Is he with us? Is he against us? What is he?
My child is protecting the city. Not you. Not me. Not Camarilla. But the Oxford.
Why are the doors so scary?
Ask Mr. Brooks.
Is Luan safe?
Is anyone safe? In the 18th century, we used to have a saying. You are in danger if Alexander Crane knows your name. It still does apply. He's a dangerous man. And believe me, George, you prefer to be on his good side.
Is he under the influence of the Moth Queen?
Aren't you?
I have to work on this. To solve this.
By going
to
with
know
your
who.
trail of thoughts, Moth Queen took my body, and you took my mind. Therefore, I am under influence of Moth Queen, and I am inside your head.
That does not sound comforting at all, Joseph.
It wasn't meant to be. But I feel comfortable and confident inside your head. Because you are not her target.
I'm glad that you like my head.
Theodore,
Hope you like what they've done with the place.
They started transferring the rooms.
Transferring the rooms?
Yes.
How? Is Jezebel still around?
Give me your hands, George. Give me your hands.
I reach my hands outwards.
So you are giving him your hand.
Yeah.
Theodora, you feel grabbed. George, lay his hand on you. On your clothing. On
What are you
whatever
doing?
top part of clothes you are wearing now. He grabs you forcefully and shred them into pieces. Into two parts. You become stripped from clothes. And other than some sort of underwear and body, you can see bloody runes all over her chest, her arms and forearms. look like a bloody bruises. Those on the forearms are scratched. All the rest still just appearing. George, you again possess the control over your body.
Wait, are you alright?
The link is gone.
Do I know what's going on with this?
No, you see them for the first time and they slowly start to be painful. But you recognize the runes that were the same on Jezebel's body.
This shouldn't be here.
Did I do this?
No. I mean,
My God,
yes,
I'm
but
so sorry.
the runes, those are Jezebel's. Those shouldn't be here.
Shit!
If they're
You
gonna
must be doing
finish, if they're gonna transfer the last rune, you will receive the same prison of torment that Jezebel was locked in.
Shit! My God, they're transferring the runes.
Judging by how much of the runes are on my body, how much time roughly could I estimate?
Difficult to say. It also could be an hour, it could be a day or a night. At the moment, you got approximately 7 marks.
How many is there?
40. Maybe 41. You would need to double check with the book.
There is around 40 marks. Well, there was around 40 marks on Jezebel's body. On my body, I see 7. It's hard to say when they will finish, but it's just a matter of time. We gotta act quick before she gets released.
We need to find her and to find whoever is doing this.
She's still around and about unrested. She's protecting the city. Not the Camarilla, not us, not anybody. Just the city.
Yeah, that is understandable.
What do you mean understandable? Please speak up. You see the same things I see, right?
And I hear the same things as you hear.
Okay, please fill us in.
Fill us in. Well, I still... No, people keep telling me otherwise, but I still think...
Yes, Giuseppe.
I'll take you for ice cream. I hand Samuel's phone back, and that statement is usually for that's Luann knowing that I'm coming to pick her up. I'm coming to get her.
I take my phone back.
Yeah, I give you your phone back.
Mm-hmm.
Everything all right?
And who the fuck are you? You heard that. At least those of you who have high sense. The next thing you heard was a swing of air, and the doors crashed into a million pieces with the dust of Brooks. He meets the final night in seconds, probably before he reached the doors. Yet, whoever tossed him was strong enough to breach the doors with his flaming corpses. Rose, Theo, you've been close to the doors and you are covered in ashes of Herman blood. Yes, sir.
As the doors are destroyed, do we see who caused that?
You lean to see, and first that you came to attention is obviously very good light. And then you can see the stairs down the stairs, and a massive hall, great hall of the Chandra, where you see Katherine in rage. Who's at the moment finishing drying to the emptiness one of the servants of Alexander.
We need to run.
The monstrosity of a cute little Nosferatu took a different step. A step to a completely different direction. Now, his little size is at his advantage. His red glowing eyes turn to you, Samuel. Yes, Katherine.
Do I have the time to evocate some tentacles to try to trap him before he hurts someone?
Let me check your roster. Bestial failure. You had 4, right?
Yes!
On the other side, you hear Katherine responding to his beast, presenting her own from the other side of the room. Rose, your turn.
My turn. I try and get as close as I can to Giuseppe.
So you hide behind him, that's your point?
Yeah, trying to not get in between Kevin and Lady Katherine.
Mm-hmm. Theo.
I'm just gonna back away from the door as far away as I can.
From one side of the room you got entrance where the doors are open and you can see Samuel next to them looking at something. You don't know what that is. But on the other side you see, on your right, in the far end, you see Katherine, who is about to go rage. And you hiding behind Giuseppe, I understand as well.
Yes. That's a good
Drummer.
one, so.
Hello there.
What are you doing?
Well, what I'm going to do is, if possible, try and dominate the prince.
With the voice or with the eyesight?
Eyesight.
Eyesight. Your current hunger is...
I've got it written down, I think it's 1. So, and my domination is at level 4.
Yes, I do remember that.
Mm-hmm.
And what would you like to tell her?
Calm down.
Two successes. What is your resolve, Katherine?
3.
2 successes. It did not have effect. Samuel. You have your action. George. From your perspective, you clearly see the ashes everywhere. You've been standing away from the doors. On your right, you are very close to Katherine, who is entering the frenzy. On the other side, you see Samuel, who is also close, and watching Kevin. You saw Rose, Theo hiding behind Giuseppe, pretty much jumping there. Drama tried to dominate the prince with no effect.
I activate link again.
8. And your current hunger 2, yeah?
Oh, it's still at 1.
Still. Cool. 6 successes with 1 critical.
Nice.
You see Joseph next to you. Like, he's a physical human being. Oh, not his kindred.
Hi, can you help me with that? I need to stop here from frenzying.
Then use a stake or a chair.
Oh, Jesus
Or
Christ.
give me your hands.
Don't rip your clothes out, please. Thank you.
I will consider you being possessed by Joseph as your turn. You can act
Yes.
another.